This video is on prime and composite numbers. So if you remember from class, a prime number is a number that only has two factors. Only two numbers that can be multiplied together to get that number, 1 times the number itself. So for instance, 5 is a prime number because the only thing I can multiply together to get 5 is 1 and 5. It only has two factors. A composite number is a number that has more than two factors, meaning I can think of something other than just 1 times the number in order to get to my number. So for instance, 16 is a composite number because I can do 1 times 16, I can do 2 times 8, and I can also do 4 times 4. So because there are more options in what I could multiply together to get that number, that makes it a composite number. So let's look quickly at the rest of these here. 35 would be a composite number because not only can I do 1 times 35, but I can also do 5 times 7. So because I have more than just two factors, that makes it a composite number. 28 is a composite number as well because I can do 1 and 28. I can do 2 and 14, or I can do 4 times 7. I have lots of options there. Down here for 17, 17 is going to be a prime number because the only thing I can come up with that I could multiply together to get 17 is 1 times 17. So it only has two factors, 1 and itself. Next I have 53. 53 is also a prime number because it only has 1 and itself as factors. 44 is a composite number because I can think of some other things that I could multiply. Not only could I multiply 1 and 44, I could also do 2 and 22, or 4 and 11. So I have lots of different possibilities, meaning it's a composite number rather than a prime number. Our last one over here, 29, this one is a prime number because the only thing I can multiply together to get 29 is 1 times 29. So let's take a look at what we saw in our review homework right before our quiz. Here you have a whole bunch of numbers and it asks you to circle the prime numbers and put an X through all the composite numbers. So basically just sort through the list. On each number ask yourself, what could I multiply together to get that number? If you can come up with some options, it's a composite number. If the only thing you can come up with is 1 times that number, then it's a prime number. So I start with 5. 5 is a prime number because I can only do 1 times 5. Going down, 19 is also a prime number because the only thing I can do is 1 times 19. 17 is also prime because I can only do 1 times 7. 28 is a composite number because I can do 1 times 28, but I could also do 4 times 7 or 2 times 14. 4 is a composite number because I can also do 2 times 2. 9 is a composite number because I can also do 3 times 3 rather than just 1 times the number. 0 is neither prime or composite, so we're going to leave that one alone. 11 is prime because I can only do 1 times 11. 42 is composite. There's quite a few things I can multiply together to get 42. Same with 24. There's a lot of options on what I could multiply together to get 24. Here I have 5 again. Not sure why I have that one doubled up, but at least we know that for sure that one's going to be prime. 66 is composite because I can do 2 times 33, 3 times 22, lots of different options. 36, there's lots of things like 4 times 9 to get 36, so that makes it composite. 15, I can multiply 3 times 5 along with 1 times 15, so that makes it a composite. 1, if you remember from class, is neither prime or composite. The only factors 1 has is itself. It only has one factor. To be prime, you had to have two factors, 1 and the number itself. In this case, the number is 1, so it only has one factor, so it's neither prime nor composite. And then real quick with the rest of them, 54 is composite, 49 is composite, 10 is composite, 50 and 88 are composite, 31 is prime. The only thing I can multiply to get 31 is 1 times 31. 23 is prime. 12 is composite, because I can do 3 times 4 or 2 times 6. And 27 is composite. So, to find if a number is prime or composite, ask yourself, what could I multiply together to get that number? Or check your multiplication table and see what could you find. If you can find something other than 1 times the number, it's a composite number. If the only thing you can find to multiply to get your number is 1 times the number itself, that means it's a prime number.